Hello, and welcome to Aghanim's Labyrinth. This is a 1.19 combat roguelike adventure map thing made by a person I will refer to as Mr. Cheese, because I have no idea what sound KH makes in the English dialect. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I am horrible at combat. Hence why I will be doing a voiceover thing for most of this video, because otherwise the rest of the video would sound like this. Total silence, because I don't know how to talk to save my life. Anyway, let's get this started.
Ah, you're here! Magnificent!
Now, upon waking up in a jail cell, the first thing I hear is this guy named Aghanim yelling at me about how great he is. He goes on to explain that after millennia of traveling through the void and searching, exploring, doing all those things, he's found a bunch of monsters. Now, he's kidnapped me, wants me to fight them. Lovely. Well, I know everyone's just dying to watch the tutorial, I'm gonna just summarize it. So essentially, we got this guy named Jeff and various other villagers that'll come along that'll sell us stuff for the gold that we collect while we go through the dungeons and things. Once we're all good and ready and we have everything we need, 2 little poles, or 1 depending on whether or not we're unlucky, will show up and we can choose between them. Now, me being as bad at combat as I am, I decide to be smart here and go for the creature that has the larger hitbox, which immediately backfires as they start to spawn about 1,000 baby zombies. I mean, seriously, why? Why? As I'm sure no one could see coming, the level ends when all the creatures are dead. Now after that, you get some treasure, you go spend that at the shop, go pick another level, rinse, repeat, about 18 times. It's gonna take a while. Second level, let's go. This time we got some skeletons, and an extra feature, spawners, which spawn more baby zombies. Love this game. I know the side of my recording cuts it off, but on the side here we have a lives counter. Now we have a limited number of lives, and let's just say I use a lot of them throughout the course of this video. After narrowly surviving the skeletal onslaught that is level 2, I decided to take a little bit of a different approach and go for a trap room. After all, it should be relatively simple, it's just basic parkour. This might be a problem. After completing the rest of the jumps definitely successfully without failing at all, I move on to the last room before we get something special, and I just want to say really quickly, this is some false advertising here. I signed up for slimes, not witches. But anyway, doesn't matter, we get to go shopping now. It's about this point where I realize just about everything I've accumulated to this point is worthless, so I grab some steel toe shoes and I head out to bigger and better things. And by that I of course mean the first boss fight. Kinda forgot these were a thing, to be honest, but we got this, you know, it's only a single enemy, I'm sure I can handle it. This game just likes to spite me, doesn't it? So, with the first boss down, we can now move on to probably the fastest way to make a lot of money in this game. The weird, in-between mini-games that give you a lot of gold. Now, sadly, I didn't figure out what exactly was going on until, like, most of the time had passed, so I got practically nothing. And with that finished, we've now completed the general syllabus of this map. So first, you fight your way through a few death chambers, maybe do a trap room or 2, fight through even more death chambers with enemies that are way more difficult than you expect them to be, then go on a little chopping spree before you fight the boss. And let me tell you, this boss in particular was, like, incredibly frustrating to fight. I mean, you'd think being giant would make it a lot easier to hit, but no, he only takes bow damage for some reason, and he has this weird move where he'll like teleport but also make it so you're not able to move, and that just was not good for me. As you can see, I've died a good few times, but I did take him down. And what sort of reward do I get for that harrowing victory? I get to control a pig around a room and make it crash into chickens. At least I had a bit more of a grip on this one, so I actually got some gold out of it. Now when I respawned in the main room, I noticed that there was a new guy named Ivan here, and at the bottom, he had a weapon that I really wanted. Sadly, it was 2 stacks of gold, which, while still incredibly expensive, I was pretty close to. So I decided, you know what? I can go a level without spending any money, I'm sure it'll be fine. And lo and behold, it was a mini-boss. 2 witches with crazy health bars, healing, all that good stuff. Really should have picked the other one, but oh well. I ended up using like 5 of my lives on those guys, and of course when I get back to the main room, Ivan wasn't there. So that was a little bit of wasted effort. So next I decided to go for the Skeleton King. So this one was pretty cool. It had like respawning spawners and just crazy amounts of enemies. It wasn't actually that bad considering just how many creatures were on the field, but other than that, the only real annoying thing was getting knocked around like 5,000 feet every time you got touched by the king himself. So after defeating the Skeleton King twice, I decided to move on to a spider room thing, which again wasn't near as difficult as I expected it to be. Largely in part due to the thing that I bought at the beginning of the map, one-shotting literally everything in the room. I mean seriously, this has pretty much gone from Mortal Kombat to Exterminator Simulator. Oh, also this happened. And so, I finally made it to the last shopping section that I will be coming across. Now, I'm glad I did save all that gold because there's a lot better stuff here than that one sword that I was really wanting. Still kind of wanted it. But anyway, I got myself a new axe, I got myself a new bow. It's been a long journey, but it's time we face the final boss.
Aghanim works his wizard fingers to the bone, capturing majestic beasts for years just so they can kill you once. And you can't even spare a minute just to let them kill you.
They've killed me plenty of times, sir.
If you want something done right, do it yourself.
Oh, am I fighting him? That's right, the final boss is Aghanim himself, and between his explosive snowballs, fiery snake things, many iron golems, and strange employment of the Blue Men group, he proves to be quite a challenge. That combined with the meager amount of damage that I do with each hit. And seriously, this thing has plus 20 attack damage. I'm just glad that this boss didn't try to sneak in a bunch of baby zombies for once. All in all, it was a game of whittling down the boss's gigantic health bar over approximately 10 or so minutes. This took a while. And luckily for me, Aghanim seems to have gotten bored before I could actually finish him off, so he just declared me the victor, bringing this whole adventure to an end. It's been a long struggle. Well, actually, never mind. This video's not even 8 minutes long. If you want to watch a long struggle, go watch my Adventures in Farlands video.